Hey guys, it's Seth. I'm really happy to have Adam Weber joining me today for a few minutes. Many of you guys know Adam. He's the CEO of Driven. So Adam, really quick, in case someone doesn't know, like, what is Driven?
Yeah, so at its core, we're a performance engagement tool. So I know that's fancy words, but basically what we do is we integrate the data from every software that a pest control company will use and then build individualized scorecards. So every employee gets to see in real time, this is how I'm performing, this is what's expected of me, and now they know how to take ownership of their job and change behaviors, right? Be better at their job.
I remember the first time you started talking about Driven to me.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for people to understand, like, what made you driven to build Driven?
Yeah, so I was an operator for 10 years. So I own a pest control company. I know the space. And we actually built it for us first because it just didn't exist, right? We needed to have access to it. Yeah, there was Domo. Yeah, there was Power BI right at the top level. But I wanted to be able to show my team what I wanted from them. So we built that version for us, realized it was pretty special and pretty powerful, and then transitioned out of operating and into the software side.
So you've been on a unique journey because you tried to do something that was tough, right?
Yeah.
You tried to say, hey, all these softwares in the world, hey, I want you guys to all come talk to me and fight that fight. So what did that look like?
Yeah, and that's the tricky thing, right? If I'm being honest, I thought when we came into this that I could go into field routes, right? Copy the data there, paste it into my dashboards. Quickly realized it just doesn't work that way, right? Like company A operates differently from B and C and D. And so we had to figure out how to go in and pull raw data at its core and then rebuild it to each one of our clients. So it took time. Like it was a real journey and hurdle.
Did you ever think about just printing pieces of paper out and cutting them into like paces and like taking pictures of them?
Yeah, that literally is what we did for us. First off,
Is that funny?
Yeah, I would send it out to each of my techs every day in a like paper version. I would take a picture and send it to them. So that literally was our tool until we figured out how to build technology.
Yeah, I can tell you like some of the feedback, like recent feedback I've gotten. I mean, we're sitting here coming to seasons, which is great.
Yeah.
Is people are pumped. Like people are looking at the new iterations and they are pumped. They feel like it's super easy to use. They've got technicians in the field going, holy crap, I actually know how I'm performing in essentially real time.
Yeah.
The feedback's been pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And that's the thing, right? Especially in busy season is like a technician's out there, all they can do is finish their route historically, right?
Yeah.
But there's a little more to it. And if they can just see like, oh, all I've got to do is stop slamming on my brakes. All I've got to do is spend 3-4 more minutes at each home, right? All I've got to do is ask for this referral. Whatever it is that the company wants them to do, we now get to put it in front of them and they can immediately see, okay, I just need to shift a little bit, but I can still stay on track with my job.
So one of the other places that we've been using Driven a lot is like in career path development. And because like historically, and we build career paths for companies all the time.
Yeah.
And historically, we'd build a career path. The owners would have a hard time implementing or they'd forget to implement, regardless of the size. It didn't matter if they're $1 million company or a $50 million company because it wasn't a priority. And so, I mean, have you seen a lot of people starting to think about Driven as a career pathing tool?
Yeah, so we actually got that from you, right? Like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, listening to some of your content and your feedback was like, hey, like these people need to know how they get from point A to point B in their career. And we are a perfect vehicle for that because we build a scoring system, right? We have a pro score. And so how they're achieving to their goals determines their score. So now our clients are going in and saying, okay, if you're a 98 pro score technician for the last 6 months, you qualify for the next step. And we've built in incentives and gamification, all that fun stuff. But the long-term goal is employee retention, 1, and then employee growth, number 2. And that's what we're able to achieve.
I love it. So if you had to think about the one thing you could pass on to an operator after looking at all this data and thinking about all these different ways, kind of in closing of all this, like what would you say to like the operator, like as it relates to data or like just whatever the heck you want to say to them?
Yeah. So I'm a data junkie, right? So I can get into it really deep and I have fun with that. But at the same time, I tell people this all the time, like when you're starting out, keep it simple. Like don't overthink this, right? There's so much that you can go into and you could look at production per hour work divided by, like weather patterns and all this stuff, right? We could get crazy into detail, but focus on the things that really drive behaviors and get it simple, get it focused, take control of that. And then sure, we can dig into the other stuff and get down the road.
Yeah, I love it, man. I appreciate spending a couple minutes with me today.
Yeah,
so real quick, do you have any random questions for me since we're standing here doing this?